That's the stream deck.
Quit playing.
And I'm vlogging it too. Gas showed up. What's happening?
Yeah.
Someone doesn't sound too
Yes.
sure about that.
He's so mad.
He's about to drive a Ferrari F430.
Hello, welcome back. This is the first podcast of the year from the Inept Squad. I got the squad with me. Some of the squad with me. Got Lauren, which is a frequent guest and one of the owners of the Takeover. I got LV, which is the owner of the said podcast, and of course my right-hand man Mark. We are the Inept crew. We're missing two. We're missing Mo, we're missing Zoe, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of things that happened in the background. We kind of scrambled, but we are here. We are here. So welcome back. What's going on, peoples? How y'all feeling, man?
What's going on?
It's good.
Tired.
Here, man. I'm here.
I'm tired as hell.
Tired and happy. Just I'm just happy the holidays is over.
Yeah.
Man,
I
me
can
too.
agree with that. I can agree with
Me
that.
too.
Like, you know, it was such a struggle. Like, and then we took a little trip the day we left Christmas night, and it was just running, So I'm just happy it's done with.
Happy things are finally calming down, man. So I gotta go with our normal, you know what I'm saying? How was the week? What did we do this week? I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna make it real quick. My week was kind of hell for being the first week back to work. But nothing that we can't, nothing I can't get past. But other than that, I'm gonna just say it's been really busy. But hopefully this week we'll be back on track. Other than that, that's all I got. How about y'all, man?
I say, LV, you go ahead and tell us what you did this week.
Like Ralph said, man, went back to work this week after my long 2-week vacation. Back with the kids, and I forgot how much. Well, I love the kids first and foremost, but I forgot they are kids coming off a 2-week break. So now we had to restructure them back into the school world, and it was a bit tough, but we got through it, and I was happy to be back.
For sure. What's up, Alicia?
All right. Mark, ladies next.
Here they go.
I mean, I'm it's cool. Thank you, man. No, that's awesome. It was pretty busy. You know what I'm saying? This week is pretty busy. I take what I got. But
Threw me off completely.
Right off the gate, bro.
Yeah, I'm
right off the gate.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna maintain. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to turn a new leaf. I got you. I ain't done nothing wrong. I'm chilling though, man. Busy week, man. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking to a pastor not too long ago, and he was telling me that demons will prowl early in the year. So I was like, damn. He said you'll recognize them when you see them. I said, I've seen a few. But aside from that though, thank God, be the glory. Thank you for that. Yeah, go ahead. What you do? Lauren? What you do?
Same old, on vacation a week, came back and getting ready to train my new assistant that I hired and stepping into my new leadership role this week. And so that was pretty much about it,
Leadership role. That's awesome, man. Congratulations with that new leadership role. It's real hard to
Go ahead.
No, I would just give you congratulations.
Nah, you gonna say something else, and I'm ready for you. Come on.
I tell you what, if that's all he got, which I'm shocked. It just means he's building it up. But I'm gonna go with our normal what we drinking on. I wasn't gonna drink today, but boy, I tell you, it was a wild one right before we got on here. So I'm drinking my normal Crown Royal and a little bit of Pepsi, which I don't usually drink Pepsi, but it's what it is.
It made it worse.
I know.
Yeah,
It's not just like a cup of alcoholic sugar. Is what it
Mhm.
is. Every sip I taste, I'm
Get
like,
a little
hey,
fizz.
here it comes.
We're drinking straight.
Right
Yeah,
at that point, right? I mean, damn. But
yeah.
I think only me and Mark are the only ones drinking right now.
I think so. Lauren
Yeah,
had
I
a
got.
couple.
Since we're not sponsored by them, drinking the energy drink by a certain brand till we get sponsored.
That's right.
I
Keep
know.
your eyes open.
Right, you gotta do it
Eyes
like
open.
that.
Take notes, Red Bull. Anyway, so this is a good way for me to transfer into the segment of the show. Today we're talking about alpha males and alpha females. Lauren, you mentioned you're getting ready to train your assistant, taking over this leadership role, which is one of the things that's considered to make you an alpha female,
Mhm.
amongst other things. You know what I'm saying? I go online, you look up the definition,
So many of them.
real generic, and it's so like Mark said, there's so many
So
different
many different.
Mhm.
definitions to be an alpha female and an alpha male. The way I look at it doesn't completely explain the definition,
Not at all.
either one.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But if we're going by Google, you know what I'm saying? This is what they have. First thing that pops up. And on the flip side, same thing for the alpha male.
Mhm.
A man that's highly intelligent, confident, successful. Alpha males are generally considered great leaders and prefer to be in a position of power. Right? So I can take pieces of that and say that that's all of us, right? We like to have leadership, we like to take positions of power, we like to be responsible and things like that. And the thing for females, definition of female, according to Google, based on the latest research, is a woman who's embraced her leadership ambitions, and she's talented and motivated, highly motivated.
Mhm.
But once again, that's Google, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess my question to y'all is, what do you consider an alpha female and an alpha male? Because according to that, I'm big dog. I'm alpha male, right? But according to what some of the hood may say, or how some people look at it as a relationship, I may not be that guy.
Right.
I'm not the guy that's going to say, hey, go do this. You ain't got a choice, go do it.
Mhm.
But some people don't look at alpha male that way. Me, I look at that as more of a
Beta.
Ike Turner.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Think we're going there, but all right.
my thing is,
It's
to me, an
his
alpha
opinion,
male
like
is a little different, right?
It really is.
Yeah,
According
yeah.
from what I hear in the streets, it's more of I want a man that's gonna always take control. Tell me what to do, tell me how to do it, and I'm like, but I don't feel like that's goals for a relationship. I feel like you trying to command somebody on what to do, and that's not relationship goals for me. To me, that you're supposed to be a team. I can ask you to do something and expect you to do it. And if you don't do it, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna do this shit myself. You know what I'm saying? If it's that important to me. But some people are like, nah, you need to tell her what to do. She better do it. And I'm like, or else what? What's the second half to that? If she don't do it, she's like, no, I ain't doing it. Then what's next? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like that type of mentality that people put out there, I don't understand how that fits into like an alpha males category or even like a sigma males category, because I think it's a fine line between being an alpha or sigma male and an asshole.
Mhm.
It's
Right.
a very fine line, and I think that a lot of these men are under the impression that I take charge in every aspect of my life. I don't let anybody tell me what to do. I'm the one who gives all the orders, no matter how it comes off or how it comes across. That makes me an alpha male. That makes me a sigma. No, that just makes you a jackass. You
And
just
that's how I look at it
you
too.
don't know how to talk to people, because and I keep trying to tell people, you want yourself a alpha female because she's going to help bring home money. She's going to help keep things in order, but you also want to be able to have the power to switch her to a beta female so that she becomes submissive to you. So being an asshole is not going to switch that. You're just going to turn her alphaness up, and then you're going to be talking about you're too masculine. Well, guess what? You're too much of an asshole. If you calm your asshole down, then I'll turn my masculine down, and maybe we can do some things.
I mean, looking on what I researched though, it's like there's so many different categories, and I have out of all of them, I do understand beta is the weakest. Beta is the weakest one. Then you got alpha and sigma. And, to give a enlightenment on it, you would look at a alpha as like Jason Momoa. Then you would look like a sigma as a Joey Soprano. You know what I'm saying? They both get the shit done, but they work differently. You know what I'm saying? There's no one better than the other one when it comes to those calibers. So, and even learning that, I found out that a lot of women alphas tend, and I'm not saying anything, but they tend to shut down when they do meet a alpha male. And it's off of just the respect that they let them play their role. They let them do what they have to. Not saying that they step down to a beta woman, but they do step down. And I have learned that in a lot of things I've been researching this week. And it's just crazy how many different things is out there. And like I said, there's no one definition for it. It's just no one definition. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I might run into somebody, they might think I'm an alpha. Somebody else might think I'm a sigma. I might see someone and they might think I'm a beta off of the way I carry myself. And, it's funny. I think a lot of people get in this place where they categorize themselves and might not even know what the fuck they're categorizing themselves as.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But see, when you say they carry themselves in the way they categorize themselves, it's from what they hear, not from what they know.
What they know.
I think it's from what they want to display, what they feel like they're displaying by what they've watched on TV or seen other men doing.
And that shit irritates me, man, because some of these so-called, alpha males, and I'm like, bro, why are you talking to her like that?
Right.
Because it tarnishes the idea of what it is. The alpha male, alpha female, all of these things are supposed to be at the height of sexiness. And then you get these guys that walk around, you get these women that walk around and they tarnish it. They don't turn it to sexiness. It turns into controlling. It turns into dominating. And it's like, you don't have to be that way to be that. You know what I'm saying? It's tarnishing the shit out of it. Thanks to all them weak ass betas. But I'm not going to say nothing about them because, but it's a lot of, but I'm saying it like this. There's a lot of betas that tarnish a lot of those roles because they don't know anything. So they might act like they might be a beta, but think that a alpha male is an asshole. So he begins to act like an asshole to claim an alpha. You get what I'm saying? So you get a lot of these low tiers that tarnishes the high tiers. And it's not rare, but you never know.
So with that being said, right, there's a lot of ways where you can be perceived as a beta and that's not you all the way, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say, depending on, what definition you listen to, I'm going to say I'm an alpha male according to Google, but according to the streets, I may not be. I've been told plenty of times where I'm just way too nice. It's not an alpha male trait. You know what I'm saying? Alpha male, straight, stern, don't take no shit, don't give a shit about nobody else. It's my way or the highway. And I get a lot of those where it's like, well, good leader, this, that, and the third. But, when it comes to me, I'm soft as pudding. I mean, it all depends on how you look at it. I was told a long time ago, I was trying to talk to a certain female. And she was like, you're such a nice guy. I couldn't do it because I would take advantage of you. And I'm like, I'm confused. Like, why would you take advantage of me? It was like, well, I'm the type of person to say I want these shoes, and if you can't go get it, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go get it from somebody else, and you're gonna try to find a way to go get them. And I'm like, well, see, that's where you're wrong, because if you say you want these shoes until you can't get them, and he was like, I'm gonna go get them from somebody else. Cool, we done. I'm not sticking around. Like, I'm not a dumbass, but I to me that turns you into a gold digger. And I was like, no, I just expect what I expect when I expect it. So now that person's trying to play that alpha female role
There you go.
that she thinks is how it should be.
But she's being an asshole about it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She's being an she's being a bitch about it. And there's no need. Okay, so in layman's terms, textbooks, I am an alpha female. That I am that. So I am a boss. I am a leader. I do know the things that I want. I'm not a confused female. I don't confuse men in my life. So that's not, I've never played mind games. So I'm definitely an alpha female. Do I have beta female traits? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like
and it's because I've learned that being an alpha female over the years hinders relationships, and it hinders relationships of all kind. And that's the one thing that a lot of females don't take the time to sit back and understand. They want to be a boss bitch so bad.
Until
Be
it
boss
can't.
bitches so bad.
You know something, Lauren. I can respect.
Until we don't have any friends, until we don't have any men in our lives, until our children can't stand us, until our relatives don't want to deal with us, then we don't want to be an alpha anymore. But you have to understand the balance in it, and that goes with both male and females. You got to understand the balance of it. A man go to work, be an alpha all day long at work. Get them coworkers, get your coworkers, get your your subordinates in line. Let them know what's expected of them for the day. Get everything together. When you come home, you have to turn down the alphaness when you walk in that door. You can't bring that in the house, and that's where the balance comes into play. See, men, they be out in the streets all day, they be at work all day, and they got to put that to be that alpha or that sigma male. When they come in the house, they got to do the same thing when you get in the house. That's not going to work here unless you truly have yourself a 100% beta. She's going to accept all of that, but not,
I can't lie. I agree 110% with what you're saying, because it's funny that what you're saying has put me in a lot of beta roles, because a lot of people think that my silence is me not taking charge or anything. And I tell them it's not that. I'm very observative. I like to listen. I like to know what I'm against. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, that's what alphas do. They take charge. And I'm like, not necessarily. But that's their definition. They feel that when you're just out there in the wild and you just stepping on motherfuckers, that make you an alpha, but it doesn't. Right. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't. And like you said, it's a thin line, a very thin line between crossing that of an alpha and an asshole, a dickhead, where someone might have a good point, but since it's not your point, you want to be big and bad, and you might take it away from them, but you should just listen. So I have had that role because of my silence. I'm very quiet when I'm around people I don't know, for the simple fact that I learn them by letting them speak. But I have to agree with everything you just said. I do consider myself a sigma male. I wouldn't necessarily say alpha because of how I conduct things. I'm more strategic than a lot of people might think I am. But at the same token, I do consider myself very leading. I'm really solo. I really like to be solo. But at the same time, my silence and my role playing in a lot of places might make me a beta, because I'm always learning to step up, other than just walking through the crowd and I'm just like, I'm about to run shit. No, I like to learn, step up, and then take it over. You know what I mean? So I fuck with that. I do fuck with that. It do kills a lot of relationships, because at the end of the day, if you got two alphas that's bringing in, Jesus, hand over fist money, you really can't tell one another like, hey, take a seat, baby, I got it. And she's gonna be like, no, I got it, because I've been doing it before you. And then that's kind of where it manifests.
See, that was my problem. See, that was my issue in all of my relationships prior to my husband, and even with him. That was my biggest issue. I was raised by a single woman. I did not see men in the house. I was not taught to love a man. I was not taught to nurture a man, which is typically what betas are taught to do, because they're taught to be in a sense servant to their man. It's very submissive. I was not taught that. I was taught to get your ass up and go to work, pay your bills. If you have children, take care of them children, and don't ask a man for a damn thing.
Count on nobody.
Don't ask a man for nothing. That was always said to me over breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Don't ask a man for shit. So even to this day, I have a hard time when I need something, even still going to my husband about it. I may mention it out loud, talking to myself, and he'll overhear me, and then he'll say, "Oh, I'll take care of it," and then he still doesn't sit right with me. But learning to be a beta means if your man says, "I'll take care of it," let him take care of it. Don't fight him on it as most alphas would do, and say, "Nah, I got this. I'll find a way. I'll make it work."
I like that.
Doing that. You know what I'm saying?
I like the woman's perspective, because that's kind of put a light on something I didn't really look at. Because I've dealt with a lot of women where, they say, "Oh yeah, I go get it." I'm standing up. I go take care of it. I got it. And it's like, no, it's okay. No, I got it. I don't. And I'm not trying to cause anything. I'm not trying to say that they're weak or anything like that. But if I can do it, I got it. You get what I'm saying? Right. So I've learned that in a lot of situations where, and I like what Amber said in this comment, because that actually is what's happening in today. You know what I'm saying? Because today's idea of a alpha female, I feel, came from a toxic version of feminism.
And that's, I feel like that's facts.
It's very facts. It's very much facts, because feminism became very strong, and a lot of people, just like what we're talking about, look at the term feminism and put their own term of definition on it, and they tarnish a lot of good, because there's nothing wrong with an alpha woman and an alpha male. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's so many masks of people walking around with this title that is starting to tarnish and turn it into something else. And I do feel like that it is a very toxic version of both sex, male and female, where they just feel like they need to be superior because of this thing that's going on in society, that you have to sit a certain criteria to be something. So I have to agree with that comment. I do love
I feel like
we're getting.
Like there is a way to have that happy medium. Like Lauren said, you go to work, you be that alpha, you know what I'm saying? Whether that's male or female, you make sure what you got going on at work or outside the house is going the way you feel it should be going. But when you come home, you got to dial that in.
Yeah, please.
Even at work, I'm not the most stern, but I tell everybody I expect what I expect, and I expect you to do it.
Right.
And if you don't, we've got a problem. I'm not ever going to ask you to do something that I wouldn't do. But if I ask you to do it, you need to do it. You know what I'm saying? I come home with not the exact same thing. I don't come home and say, hey, Robin, I expect what I expect. And if I ask you to do it, you need to do it.
You ain't doing that shit to Robin anyway.
Right. That shit not going to fly at the crib, bro. That's a good way to get one of them looks like, who the fuck do you
are you talking to?
But that goes for any relationship, though, friendships and all, because I've noticed, I've been in situations, Ralph, he can attest, I've been in certain situations where I might shown a dominance, and Ralph would look at me and I'm like, yeah, maybe I should talk. but sometimes it do need to be dialed back, because it's not always needed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it could be resolved in other ways. Now, don't get me wrong. When I say this, I'm not trying to sound, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not trying to sound violent, but I oblige violence if it's coming. Like, I don't run away from it. Like, if it happens, it happens. I will get my hands dirty. But if I can avoid it, we can talk about it. But most definitely, that's just how it is. I don't feel like I need to apologize when I'm right about something, but I will say I can agree to disagree. And if you choose to challenge me on that and it turns to something that you don't want it to be, I oblige it. I don't mean to be like that, but fuck, I'll knock you the fuck out.
No, and honestly, that's how it should be.
That was a little violent at the end. That was a little.
But at the end of the day,
males right there, but
that's. At the end of the day, it's once again, it's a standard, right? That's your standard. That's what you expect, and there's nothing wrong with that. I hope everything's okay. We're gonna most definitely have a part 2 where we have more females involved. So please stay on the lookout for that. But I'm with Mark on that shit. I am not afraid to fight at all. And I got a couple friends that know. I've driven many miles to come out there to help fight, and they only end up fucked up. But I ain't scared to get dirty. You know what I'm saying? But I am the same way. If we could go ahead and figure this out without it turning violent, let's do that.
Yeah.
Now, if you're gonna make it violent, then it's gotta be violent. That's your problem at that point.
And to clarify that, because a lot of people think alpha males can't be nice. That's the thing.
But that's because a lot of alpha males who have run around saying I'm an alpha male, they have not been nice. I dated a guy who
fuck with that.
The man didn't even smile. Like, he just didn't smile, nothing. Like, he would laugh, and his laugh would be like, like nothing.
Nigga Jack.
That's that Black Dynamite.
I am smiling, baby.
I am smiling.
Like, and I used to be like, well, what the fuck is going on? He's like, like, we don't laugh. Who the fuck is we? That's not what we do.
Right.
Alpha males. You ever heard of an alpha male? I'd be like,
out here. You know what I'm saying?
I understand what an alpha male is, but alpha males can still smile if it was a joke and it was funny.
It's funny.
Key a little bit. It's okay. Like, but he was very like stern in every aspect of everything. Every conversation he had, no matter whether it was humorous, he was just stern like that. And so that's where this whole alpha male shit came from. LV is a fucking fool.
Yeah,
I
okay.
know y'all can't say one thing or do one thing around LV because he gonna laugh.
That's a wrap. That nigga break
I'm
down.
laughing around. But no,
But I'm not gonna lie. Amber got another point. Amber got another point. You know, anytime someone openly identifies themselves as an alpha male or female, that's a red flag. Because
I was just about to say that.
A lot of times you don't have to tell a motherfucker what you are. Like if you notice, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you shit. If you just come across me, whatever. Now, let me tell you this. That don't mean that you can just say I'm whatever. You just can't. But in my inner circle, I let them categorize what I am. My close inner circle, I let them. I'm not gonna tell them what they think I am because of what I think I am. So at the end of the day, that is a big red flag, and that's the problem. Though you got a lot of people that's like I'm an alpha male, but then they don't know how to do alpha male shit. When they approach an alpha male,
right?
They shut the fuck down. They crumble. They sometimes.
I think that's a lot of the insight from some females' perspectives. Like you act like you big and bad, but when shit hit the fan, you scour behind something. It's like no, you're gonna talk that shit, be that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about it if you ain't gonna be about it.
Yeah, no excuses, man. Just take care of your shit, man.
That's it. But once again, a lot of people don't know how to separate the two.
Mm-hmm.
It's either I'm going to be an alpha male through and through, which means somebody say or look, my girl wrong, I gotta check them. Like, no, you trying to get shot. It's a different world out here today.
Exactly. That part right there. It's no need for all of the theatrics, especially if your woman only has eyes for you. If she is here and engaging with you, why are you worried about who else is looking at her? If you should be feeling like that's a compliment that you got all these eyes looking at the woman that's on your arm and she's focused on you. I never understood why men would be so jealous, or even women be tripping. What the fuck is she looking at? Like I never could understand that because I'm not like that. I'm just like I know.
I love them.
I like that though. I like if my lady's with me. It's like, see her over there staring at me. Yeah, I do. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I'm with you though. So her L.
I'm cool with it when I benefit from it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And we getting food for free, nigga.
I'm not that guy. I'm not gonna be like, yo, he only gave it to you because you're cute.
Yeah,
if a dude buys you a drink, I guess I'm gonna pass out first because
I have problems. I have problems with females that was like that because I didn't stand up to a certain situation. They felt like and I'll be looking like, you really want me to check this nigga because he opened the door for you? That's what niggas do. We open doors for women. You want me to check him because he was being polite to you?
Nice.
And it would throw me off because
exactly.
Like,
exactly.
I'm not like I never understood that. I could never get around that. And I think that my upbringing, being raised by my grandmother, had a lot to do with it. I wasn't raised by what they quote unquote say these young mothers. Yeah, I was raised by
not to be
old Southern.
How old is your grandmother?
Well, she's passed on now, but when when she passed, she was 72.
Okay, so
I was 22, so she was.
We had a different breed of species back around these.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. What's coming out today? I mean, and I'm not trying to knock nobody. Please, I don't want to ruffle no feathers. Matter of fact, I don't give a fuck. If I ruffle your feathers, that's tough titty.
It means you fall under that category.
Yeah, that means you fall under that category. You should be a man or a woman and take what I'm saying as what it is. But back in them days, it was a certain different type of criteria that stuck out. It was no other thing but alpha, beta. It was nothing in between. Like I said, I've done my research and they broke it down and diluted it in such a way where everybody can fit into these things. It just don't work that way. You get my drift? So at the end of the day, you was raised by your grandmother and she probably taught you like this real alpha women stance. And it wasn't diluted. It wasn't to the point where it was like take a hit on the chin if a nigga show up. It wasn't nothing like that. It was more so like if you take a hit on the chin, you give a hit back because that's how it was back in the days.
Right, absolutely.
And it's just so different now. I try not to.
That's because now, brother, the stance is that you get a lot of people that weren't raised correctly. You know what I'm saying? And
Hey.
plus, a lot of people that weren't raised correctly or didn't have that mother or father figure in their life, they used the TV as a replacement,
Yeah.
you know, or music as a replacement. So, and like, you know, yeah, I may get some core values that may or may not swing, but it works really good for this dude on TV. So I think I'm gonna go in that direction. And
No. What
it's
Mel said, going to what you're saying, she fits right into what you're saying.
yeah. I
It-
mean, and I used to feel jaded by those statements, right? Because back in the day, they're like, "Oh, violence is only incited because of video games, or murder and drugs is only incited by, you know, music videos and movies." And I'm like, "Bruh, ain't nobody out here doing that."
Mhm.
But as I grew, it's a lot of people out here doing that. A lot of people wanting to live the life they see on TV, and it's like, bro, you got to realize the difference between reality and fake. Like
Right.
that's a situation they built. They put that on camera.
But you
Right.
They
gotta
ain't
look
really
at it.
beefing. When they say cut, they going home, they shaking hands, they made a check. That's
But you
not
gotta look
them.
at it now as compared to when we were growing up. We watch a TV show, it's over for the week. We watch these people now, and we watch them 24/7 with
Yeah,
social
every
media.
day.
That's
We
it.
see it
Right, because
afterwards.
there was no Instagram, there was no
Right. So now
TikTok.
we get an
Right.
insight, and they're being that character 24/7 because they
Right.
get paid. Man, they're
Yeah.
a rapper, actor, comedian, they be in that role 24/7, and then people are okay. This is he really lived this life. Like
Mhm.
Yeah,
it was
because I ain't gonna
different
lie.
then.
When I was younger, I used to watch porn. I thought Pizza Man would always get sex in return of pizza. So I was like, I wanted to be a pizza man.
I really hope your mom is watching. You are a disappointment. sometimes.
Mama, listen, I ain't got nothing to do with
Total
that. Okay,
disappointment.
that's only Mark that thought the Pizza Man came with extras.
I either wanted to be a cable guy, a pizza man, or a milk delivery guy.
They
I mean, don't
delivered
get me
milk
wrong.
since the goddamn 50s or something like that. He told him that they
Based on what
Nah,
he saw, they still doing it in the 90s.
I ain't gonna say it's been since the 50. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm like, shit, being a plumber must be
Oh.
a dog ass job. That man's underneath the sink, and all of a sudden he looking up, and she's like, "Can I help you with anything?" No drawers on or nothing. I'm like, damn. So that's how they get paid. That's not a bad gig, you know. But also knew that it was, you know, it was just the video.
Can you
Ain't
imagine,
nobody in their
can you
right
imagine
mind
going to tell like,
because-
can you get an actual paycheck?
Well, then I started worrying too. Dog. Like, if you become a plumber, dog, and what if it's a guy that don't know how to fix his sink? Never mind, I don't want to do this.
You gotta do
job.
what you gotta do, brother.
It's bad.
You sign up for the job.
Tell you what, for
It's the life you signed up for.
LB said
He's
you gotta
standing over
take
like,
one for
"You
the
need
team.
anything? You got anything else you need down here?" Like, hey, back up.
Hey, Ralph, you
I'm
got a
just-
job
I'm
over
just-
at 22.
I'm just making light. I'm just making
Brothers
light.
Lane.
Y'all know me. I'm just making light of it. But at the end of the day, you know, it's facts. Like you got a lot of people that probably get on Instagram and they see these supposedly alpha males in the gym and they doing this, they doing that, but you don't get nothing that's happening in between of this shit happening. Like you just
know
get
what?
this guy.
That's
Prime
fine.
example of social media alpha male,
Oh, go ahead.
50
Who?
Cent.
50 Cent.
I thought you were about to go with my boy Tate, the one who just went to jail for that trafficking shit. That's what I thought you were going.
That
about 50 Cent.
that motherfucker too. That motherfucker too.
Yeah,
Bro, listen.
but 50 Cent, yeah, when I did, that's what we talk about, the thin line between alpha male and asshole, because this man goes up there and he talks very sternly and very seriously about his supposed friends, and he throws his money around, you know, and he does it in all these posts, and it's supposed to be humorous and it's really not, but you know he's taking real shots at people, and it's coming across as alpha male. People look at, oh, he's a boss. All of these young boys is growing up and getting bigger. They think that 50 Cent and all his theatrics on social media, he's a boss. And they look up, they hear alpha male, and they start associating that with, you know, what being an alpha male is, and that's not. He is so far from being an alpha male. The only category he fits in for being an alpha male is that he is a leader, because that man, he's really a sigma male, because they typically don't like to follow rules from people. They like to make their own rules.
Absolutely.
So,
I can
you
agree
know?
with that. I think that's what, yeah, I can agree with that.
You know, but you know what's crazy to me is that you see some of these posts, and to me, I'm like, bro, this dude just straight always talking shit, but I ain't never seen him talk shit to nobody in their face. And in my head, I'm not looking at him as an alpha.
You talking about 50
Like,
Cent?
I hope somebody check this motherfucker one day.
What you talking about?
And let's
man?
see if he about that life. You know what I'm saying? Because 50 Cent swole, right? You know what I'm saying? Get Rich or Die Trying was on the cover, no shirt on, had 30 pack in the
40
front. You
years
know what I'm
ago.
saying? Motherfuckers beefy. I'm like, but would he say that shit to Ja Rule's face?
I mean,
Like,
I don't mean to sound. I have to.
Ja Rule probably.
I mean,
I'm
maybe
not gonna lie.
maybe Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with y'all, but I disagree. And the only reason for that is because I guess I'm more on the entertainment side where I've seen shit pop and I've seen this nigga like throw lawn chairs at niggas out of nowhere. So I mean, like I said, I agree with y'all, but I disagree. But there are a lot of people in power right now that are not about that life. They are not about that life. Like prime example. Look at Snoop Dogg. That nigga to me is the embodiment of an alpha male.
I would agree 100%.
He's quiet. He do his fucking due diligence. He do everything. But
He takes care of his family.
Talk about it. He take care of his family. He don't boast. You don't have to boast. You don't have to be just this big body nigga. It don't have to be that way. Just take care of your business. Keep your mouth shut and stand under the radar. You do not have to be blatant mouth and you going out to the woods with an axe to go make breakfast. Like you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like they get this shit in their head where it's like, yeah, baby, you want something to eat? I'm gonna go get a chicken, and it's like that don't make you an alpha male, bro. I mean, granted, that's great.
Well then let's switch it. Let's switch it on another person that pushes the alpha idea, and I feel like he backs it up, and that'd be T.I.
Okay,
right?
yeah, okay.
T.I. he pushes the narrative that he's alpha male. He talks his shit, but I've never seen him not back it up.
Okay.
For example, there's not a lot of people that's gonna run up on Floyd Mayweather, right? Knowing his profession and try to fight him at a bar.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm about that life. I'm gonna show him about that life. Right? But then you got other people who are like, oh man, I beat them up ass, man. You ain't wanna, and then they get to saying something back, and I was like, well, it wasn't really that serious, man. I was just letting you know. And I'm like, no, dog, you can't.
It has to happen. Now you see me, it has to happen. But I recalibrate on what I said. Snoop Dogg is more of a Sigma, just like
I think Snoop's he's got a balance.
They got these balances that makes them more tame, other than just Like I said, I think 50 is an alpha because of the way he conduct himself. The way he conduct himself is empowering and sometimes intimidating. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen niggas step up to 50 and they don't win. They just don't fucking win because
but are they losing to 50? Are they losing to 50's entourage and 50's bodyguard?
Well, no, they're losing to his intellect.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, I think
his intellect. They lose all the time to his intellect. That's just what it is. The nigga's intelligent. I'm not gonna take that away from him. But at the end of the day, like a nigga like Mike Tyson, that nigga is the embodiment of alpha. I'm not fucking with Mike Tyson. I don't give a shit who you are, what you decide to do in your life. If I see Mike Tyson in the street, he called me a bitch. I might be a bitch that day. This nigga gonna knock me the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta. Some people you already know fuck with.
Right.
You just don't fuck with. So
if it's anybody that put that violent part on alpha, is Mike Tyson, because there's not anyone. Not a lot of people, other than probably some professional boxers, that's willing to step up to Mike Tyson. Yeah, no matter how tough they think they are, right? How hard they think they are. A lot of people won't walk up to Mike Tyson like, yo, you know what? You this, you that. Don't nobody want to be hit by him. And he's 60. He in the 60s, right? He gotta be.
He is. He's like, I think he's like 61 or something like that.
He moves like a motherfucker. He still moves.
Out here like, yo, no, I'm not. I won't get in the ring with him today.
Because one thing about it, crazy never sleeps. Crazy never sleeps. Dies.
And all it takes is one good solid hit from his old ass to put you on the floor.
And that's
nobody willing to take that risk.
Ain't nothing like a granddaddy punch. That shit is terrible. That shit is damn near life threatening. But since we on this topic,
I like that statement right there.
What you got?
I like that right there. Made men don't make no mistakes. No mistake. You don't need to talk. You ain't got to talk.
You don't have to talk. Yeah, you don't have to talk. That actually makes you weak.
Everything.
To me, the more a person talk, is the weaker I view them. If they say, "Oh, nigga, I went out last week, I knocked this nigga out, man, it was crazy," I just be looking like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Well, 50 Cent talks a lot of shit. 50 Cent has a small dick, so that's probably what it is.
I didn't want to go. I mean,
I don't know how we got
elevator hit 100. That's why he talks so much shit, because he has to compensate for that. Every other area in his life, he's actually succeeded very well. But once you hit 21, you can't make it grow any further.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like what you're saying now, so you're basically saying that small dick niggas are predominantly
men in power with little penises talk a lot of shit.
Great googly muggly. Okay, look. Anyways, let me go here because I can't entertain that because I am great power. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to get into. What I want to get into is since we're and it's sad because we're easy to throw out these celebrity alphas. We're easy to do that. But what would we consider an alpha female in the celebrity eyes? What would we consider that of even in TV shows or reality shows? What would be an alpha female that we could throw out?
So are we going for like the
Serena
true
Williams?
version, like the true version of alpha female?
Okay. We can go to the true version. Because he said one real good. Serena Williams is by far definition of an alpha female. But she's very elegant to me. Like she is. I don't even want to call her alpha. She's just so elegant with what she do and how she perceives things. Like she don't go on there boasting, bragging, and just showing out. She go out there, do what the fuck she's supposed to.
But she protects herself when people come at her, though.
Now that is true. That is true. She stand her ground.
She
stand her ground. But she only do it when she's being attacked. You get what I'm saying? She don't just outly do it. Like you get what I'm saying? I do give her that.
Right. I don't. You know, honestly, she's like, yo, listen, you're going to apologize to me.
Yeah.
I honestly, I can't pick anybody from this age group that I would say is a true embodiment of an alpha female. If I had to pick one, I would say Felicia Rashad.
Okay, that's a good one. I didn't know that's a good one.
Her activist work, her and her sister Debbie Allen, true alpha female.
Yeah, they stand on what they believe in.
Absolutely. If you want to go to the fake alpha female and the social media, like I would probably say any of them from Real Housewives. All them heifers is fake alphas. They talk about how they throw their money around. I got money, I got this, I got that. All them heifers is old and they fake alphas. They embody some small alpha pieces, which they know how to go out and get a bag. They know how to go out and get the money, know how to secure the money. But as far as anything else, they really are trash.
It's just like what's the name?
You just really threw him under the fucking bus.
Sounds like a dude sometimes.
He did, didn't he?
Was it Glorilla?
Oh yeah, she's pretty nice.
You know, if you go off her music, which we all know, a lot of times it ain't real. She got that song called, Tomorrow, and she's like, I might have my feelings hurt today. I may not give a fuck tomorrow. She's like, and that's just me.
I go for anybody in the entertainment business. There's a lot of shit they rapping.
It's their music, man.
I get you that.
Dude, they play it on the radio every 5 seconds, bro.
That is true.
I
don't even listen to the radio.
I'll listen to the radio.
Bro, I listen to it in the morning. But that's
I'm gonna be honest and say this. It's extremely hard to find a female, whether beta, alpha, sigma, whatever, that will get her feelings hurt today and not give a fuck tomorrow. You're probably gonna get about 5% that is like that, and those are the ones who have been completely drugged through the mud their entire lives. They have no more feelings, ethics, morals, nothing. But that other 95% of women, they're gonna feel that pain because that's what we're born to do. That's what we were created to do. We feel, and we're gonna continue to feel, and it takes us time before we get past that initial shock of that feeling of having our feelings hurt. So that's just entertainment shit she talking about,
I mean, I feel you. I know where you come from. I most definitely feel that because, like I said, and I'm not trying to take away, but man and female are alike when it comes to that music business. A lot of them rap about shit they have never done, they never touched on, and it's almost like a shield.
I was gonna say that, Amber. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama.
Oh yes,
she's like, I don't give a damn that you are the president. This is what I expect.
Now that is what.
But you know what? She shows her beta. And that's what I like about her is that she shows her alpha, but she shows her beta because whenever her husband steps up, she's right beside him, but she always kind of sits like her shoulder sits slightly behind him, but she's right next to him.
I have to,
you know what I'm saying?
110% agree. She's
an
alpha
that hood look too, though. She got that look like
she's an alpha female with an alpha male.
Barack, if you want.
Plays what she's supposed to do. Like I think that's like them two motherfuckers are the best example of a successful alpha couple. There's nobody that's lower than each other, but they are equal. But they both allow themselves to outshine one another, to prosper within each other. That shit is amazing to me. I don't know.
That's facts, bro. I mean, because you look at it, man, there's not a lot higher you can get than being the president, right? It's a hell of a job. I'd never want to do it. But she's like, he's just Barack to me.
Exactly. I love that.
That's my husband.
I love that.
So he don't get to come in here and say, I'm changing the rules in this house or I'm changing. No, what we do is what we do.
Absolutely.
And I'm not changing that. Absolutely. So, I can appreciate that, and like I said, it all depends on how you look at the situation, how you look at what you consider alpha and a beta and sigma, because to me, another alpha female trait is somebody that's been drugged through it and they still pushing, because not a lot of females can take the fact that they constantly get pulled down, single moms doing it by themselves. Absolutely. And still pushing to do everything they need to do to make sure that shit still works. That's an alpha trait to me. You know what I'm saying? That means you're not real.
I feel like everybody has a little bit of that in them. I feel like every male and female has a little bit of that in them, because I don't see too many men that take hits and let it stop them. If anything, it drives them to go and do better. Some females, we take a hit, it slows us down a little bit. But it's still, we find our motivation again and we pick ourselves up. It's just in the way we do it that makes us male and female, is what separates us. It's the way we handle situations. Women take heartbreak and keep going. We take heartbreak, we keep going, we love again, and we love openly again. Men take heartbreak and they shut down. They will like again, but it will take them some time to love again.
Man, you ain't never lied about that shit right there, boy.
No, but the sad thing about it is, a female will love again and she'll do it with no bars, no holds. But a man will love again, but it's with conditions. He's gonna put you through the ringer because he got to make sure you deserve this shit. Because the last one he gave it to, he gave it too easily, and she didn't really. Now this man wants to see, can you really handle it? Do you really deserve my love? Because it's a lot. And
don't get me wrong. I swear to God, I'm not about to do. I'm not doing this for a debate, but I do agree, but I disagree, because a lot of women do go into certain situations after heartbreak, bringing on some of the things that they have went through with the last person.
I didn't say we didn't bring our baggage.
No, I get you. Like I said, it's not even debate. I actually agree with you. But my whole point, Jesus Christ, we need a Lauren Marcus show. What I'm saying is,
coming in March,
a lot of times, a lot of women do drink. They do bring on those issues, of what happened with the last boy. I hate to categorize some of this heartbreak from just men. I really do. Just like girls, I categorize a girl hurting a guy other than just saying a woman hurting a guy. You know what I'm saying? And I do agree. We do take the pain harder than most. But at the end of the day, it's kind of, I always look at it as a split. I've dealt with so many women that would compare me to some of the same shitheads that they've been through off of the strength that they're not used to me. And I'm looking at them like, hey, look, check this out. Even though you're not used to me, even though you're not used to what I bring to the table, it does not make me weak, but it makes me appreciative. Like if I meet a woman and I open the door for her, I bring her flowers and do all that shit like that, that don't mean you can ask me for a pair of products next week. Bitch, it don't work that way. But I do appreciate you. I do appreciate your company. I do appreciate your time.
You just couldn't say no?
No. But I appreciate everything with you. That does not make me weak. That just makes me more acceptance of you. So I most definitely agree with you, Lauren.
I hear you.
So, you know what? So men do the same thing.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Yeah, men do. No, I'm not taking it away. Men that are hurt are in a situation where they don't know what they're getting into. So, prime example, I am of a man. I've been through a lot. So when I meet a female, I don't know if she's a girl. I don't know if she's a woman. I don't know what her mind state is. So when I do meet her, I am aware.
As long as you didn't say you didn't know.
Please, God, don't.
Problem.
I know where he's going. We're not doing that. Jesus Christ, y'all motherfuckers gonna have LGBTQ coming after me, but we're not doing that.
And
But-
you know he live in
I didn't know what she came up
I know,
with.
it's a problem. But what I'm saying is, okay, prime example. If I meet Lauren,
Surprise, me stick.
if I didn't know nothing about Lauren and I met her, I don't know what to expect. I don't know if she's gonna take my kindness for weakness. I don't know if she's gonna take
I can appreciate that.
you get what I'm saying? So that's just how it is. Unfortunately,
So
that's
this is
going
the
into
thing.
Lauren.
I really need for men in 2023 to really start opening up and understanding and really seeing that we are all one and the same.
No, we're not.
We really are. When
No,
it
we're not.
comes to love and feelings and heart, we do the exact same things that men do. Everything you just said, we do.
I was going to say
Everything
that
that you
too,
said,
Mark.
we
Let
do.
me tell you.
We
do.
do.
I was gonna say that too, Mark.
Unfortunately, I feel like in this day and age, the roles changed.
They have changed,
It
but the way
changed.
we,
So-
but the way we harbor feelings from a previous relationship, we both do that. Women will beat a man down. Unfortunately, going into the next relationship, the last one didn't. We will tell y'all. The last one did me like this, and this.
Absolutely.
We will tell y'all. We
Absolutely.
will open up and let y'all in and tell y'all, and y'all will say to us, "Oh, I'm not that man. Trust me, I won't do that." And y'all will still turn around and do it. But y'all don't tell us what the last female did to y'all. Y'all just put us through the ringer
No, see, now
that
you're
we don't
speaking-
even
you're
know. And you
speaking
don't, and some
from-
of y'all don't pay attention to what
There you
y'all are
go.
doing to us, and
There
y'all
you
are still
go.
doing it.
Now listen to me what I just said. See, now listen to me, woman. I was on your page at first. I was in your same
Here you
book.
go.
I swear
Here
we
you go.
was. I was there. But unfortunately, the people you dealt with put you through the ringer. I'm sorry that happened. I apologize. Well, I don't apologize. That's them fuck niggas. They did that. They some fuck niggas. Okay. At the end of the day, I can't apologize for that bullshit they put you through. You're a very young lady. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when I look at you, I think in my head,
You see how the beta in him.
What
You
did
see
I
how the
do?
beta in him responds to the alpha in me.
I'm
You see how
giving
he had to watch
I'm giving you a
what he was
direct
about
answer.
to say.
The people
You
you
see
dealt
that?
with, unfortunately, they
Yeah.
put you through the ringer. Maybe you was dealing with a bunch of betas that didn't know how to communicate to a alpha. So at the end of the day, you would put through the ringer because of that. But
And
had
that's
you dealt-
true.
But-
and I
good.
agree.
So now
Mark,
you
I
follow
think
me.
you miss it. I think you're missing the point. The point that she's trying to make is that
Right.
everything that you said that we do, they do as well. Which
Right,
I
absolutely,
can say and back that up as well because
Right, absolutely.
I've been down that road and got it on both sides. What up, though, Elena? My little cousin in the building. What's good? It's everyone, right?
Right.
Everyone brings baggage to the table, but they may not do it the same way. And I get that. I get that's what you're trying to say.
Don't look
But
at
I
me.
also
Lord.
know what you're
Don't look at me,
doing
LB.
at the same time because y'all ain't shit. Okay.
What?
It's getting ready to get
Well, I
real
didn't do
hot
nothing.
real fast.
I didn't do nothing. I'm sitting here minding my business.
Bullshit. Marcus Alpha, I'm in support of him. Okay, see, Bean said he is in support of you, my guy, because you're clearly an alpha, and he thinks
Oh, thank
LV
you,
is the
Bean.
biggest alpha of them all. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Ben.
Beans, you clearly don't know either one of you.
He knows. Bean is the homie, man. Bean is the homie.
I know.
Beans,
I know.
I
Beans is. I see him on the
I
podcast.
stepped
man.
in personally for LV a few times. So I was like, man, fuck all that, nigga. We're gonna get something else to eat. You know what I'm saying? I stepped in. LV know this.
I sure did. I took off. Y'all can eat this.
I ain't gonna
No,
lie.
I'm just okay. So LV, what would you classify yourself as?
See, I was gonna say this and save it. But I don't know because based on listening to you guys talk for the last almost hour, just about I didn't know nothing about alphas, omegas, sigmas. I thought those were the dudes who be stepping. I thought those were dudes who be
You thought they
stepping.
was pleasure.
He said, "I thought they was all stepping."
You thought they was pleasure. I get it.
Yeah, but I don't know because
LV.
I fit into a lot of these categories. My wife makes more money than me. She's what you call a boss with her position. And, I'm a teacher at my school, so I'm not the highest position in my job. So I don't know. But when she comes home, I wouldn't say submissive to me, but I not make the rules. But if I say, hey, let's go out to eat, she's like, okay, cool, let's go out to eat. She asked me what I want to have
Fuck up, Mark.
for dinner. And I said, well, what do you guys want? So she made sure my feelings come first
Well, then
before,
she is submissive. So you can say that. You're not saying she's submissive in the way that you walked in the door and said, "Woman, where's my steak?" Like it's not like that. But she is both. She is a beta and an alpha, clearly, because she knows how to go out and get the bag. She's doing it the proper way, and she comes home. She takes into account your feelings, the things that you would want, and she does follow your lead. So yes, she is submissive.
Yeah, and you know, and it works for us because you know she could easily be an a-hole. Like, well, you know what? Let's play big bank, take little bank. I'm like, oh well, I guess you picking lunch tonight. But she doesn't. Like, she can easily say,
I thought everybody's agreed to
she can easily do that. But no, she doesn't, man. And it works for us because you know, at the end of the day, she knows that I'm the man in the household. You know, she takes my lead. You know, and I don't do it and say, hey, woman, make me dinner. Like, no, she's like, what you want for dinner? I'm like, all right, whatever y'all want. And then we go that way. But
and it's a perfect balance. It's a good balance.
And she knows how to turn off her being a boss at work. She knows how to turn off at home.
Right.
And when you come into the house, so because I've heard you say this a few times, LV, before that she does make more money than you, and that shit don't matter.
Yeah,
I'm trying not to work.
That is a distraction in the category.
That does not matter at all, you know, or at least to me. And the fact that she is still happily married to you, it seems like it doesn't matter to her either, you know. But that's how it's supposed to be. We don't count checkbooks, bank accounts over here. We don't do that. No matter whose paycheck or whose whatever is bigger than the other, you know. So,
but that's going off of what was stated before. And I gotta put out there what Beans just said. Beans said, you know, as a fellow alpha, I could see similarities in LV, and you are an alpha. And then he recanted his statement. He said, never mind, after hearing that, LV included beta.
I hate you, Beans. I hate your life. How about that?
I mean, I don't know. Like, it's been times where I've been in situations where I literally would just tell her, baby, take the keys to the car, because I knew things was going to be something more. And I don't want to leave that impression on certain people. Like I said, Ralph seen me in certain places where I'm like, yeah, it's about to probably get bad. But in that situation, maybe it's just me. I do not want any female seeing me in that light. So I would literally take the keys to the car, baby. I'll be back. Let me take care of what needs to be done. And then that'd be it, you know. And so do that. And I had put me in a category before where people thought like, okay, well, that's kind of a beta. And I'm like, not necessarily. You don't have no idea what I'm going in there to go do. Like it got messy a lot of times, but that's just something that I wanted to put to the forefront. Like a lot of times a woman don't have to see you be an alpha. It get messy if you're a
real alpha, we can feel it.
Yeah,
we can feel it. We can feel it in the way that you make certain statements, the way you say certain things. We can tell an alpha male immediately from a beta male.
And I want to touch on that too. Christopher Williams just asked, like, can you be a submissive alpha?
Absolutely. And I feel like every female should work on that. I feel like every female should work on being a submissive alpha. It is okay. You need to know when to turn your alphaness off and submit to the person that you love.
Okay, let me go back to that Amber. Okay, Amber said I make her out to be an asshole in her relationships. Amber is an asshole in a lot of her relationships. Because
I saw that coming, bro.
Because I'd be like, it could, like, sometimes I could be chilling, minding my business, and I hear some ruckus, and then I see the nigga walking out the house, and he holding his face, and I'm looking like, did Amber just beat him? But then that makes you an asshole, whether you
no, that does not, because what that means is that somebody probably wanted something and she didn't want to give it.
I mean, no, I get you. I get you on that. I do get you on that.
He didn't like it, and he was like, you know, look, I guess I can't get what I want.
I do get you. Being a Amber is a man beater. Amber, I hate to put you on blast like that. I love you to death, but you beat men. You're almost the equivalent of Lauren. Y'all put on your tank tops. Y'all get your Kool-Aid stains on your shirts, and your spaghetti meatballs on your shirts, and you beat men.
You know what? And you know what? And I really cannot wait to get my hands on you, Mark, because you're definitely going to be the next reciprocant.
But that's what I'm saying. I know your intention.
your
I know
little
your
Lloyd
intentions.
long hair ass having.
But that's what I'm
Your
saying.
little, you know,
I'm saying.
your model ass. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna beat the shit out your model ass. That's exactly what the hell I'm gonna do.
But
Why
Exactly.
meatball stains, Mark?
no, but listen to me. But out of everything I just said, what she just said, did she just agree to what I just said? She can't wait to get her hands on me to beat me.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Yep.
mean,
Oh my god! All right, well, we are an hour in. Listen, I love the way
LB is always
I
spaghetti.
love the way
man.
this podcast went.
why
bro.
the
I had a lot of
meatball
words
stains,
at
bro?
first.
It's always
Yeah.
there.
I don't
This shit
understand
worked out.
what's the equivalent of being a woman, a male beater and meatball stains. I'm not understanding it. I
That
just
means that what
And the
meatball
The
things, what
beating
that
always
means is
happened
he
after
made you
spaghetti
dinner,
night.
and then you decided that it wasn't good enough, so you beat his ass.
Oh my
It
god!
always
y'all
happened.
are-
Damn it, I didn't have enough meatballs. Get
It
your ass.
always happened during Taco Tuesdays or spaghetti night. That's when the beating happened.
Oh my god, man!
it's you know what I really feel like he's speaking from his past. It's okay, Mark. This is a safe place.
Hey, I
You
don't beat
can tell
them.
us.
You gotta shut your man mouth.
You can tell us.
I don't beat
Go
them.
ahead
You
and
gotta
tell
shut
us
your
who
nigga
it
lips.
is. And whoever you say it was, I take care of her. I go get her for you. Because clearly I got to take up for you. I got to have your back. It's okay.
Oh, my God.
Don't
All right,
worry
listen.
about it.
We are an hour and 2 minutes in,
Damn
man.
beast
I'm about
of the
to
night.
bring the podcast to a close, man. Listen, this is going to most definitely be a part 2. For those that were in the comments, literally, if you want to be involved with the podcast, shoot me an email, send me a message. Let me know. We love to hear everybody's feedback in here. As you can see, this shit gets
Just imagine dropping meatball stains. It's a fight. Somebody dropped the meatball. Now somebody gets scratched.
Why this meatball so saucy? Get your ass in here. Get in. I'm gonna have to tighten you up. When I tell you about put too much sauce in my spaghetti.
Oh my God.
It's
Y'all are
spaghetti.
so,
Drop the meatball.
y'all are
It's
so
spaghetti.
damn childish.
Oh
I
my
promise
God,
you.
man.
I promise you,
That's
y'all are
y'all, man.
childish as hell.
Being said,
Dean's
everybody on here.
Wait,
now-
wait. Okay, hold on, real quick. I gotta say this real quick. I don't indulge in physical violence.
Yes, we don't condone.
We don't condone in physical violence in relationships. Please don't think that Ike Turner people in my life.
No,
But
we know, trust me, we know you don't.
wait, what? Fuck that
We
supposed
know
to mean?
we know you don't, but
Yeah,
yeah.
because I don't hit women.
Yeah, we know you don't.
You're something else. You know something? We gonna come back. You're something else.
Hey, with that being said, I'm about to bring this to a close. Hey, listen, Mark and Lauren will have a show with just them two. I want people in the comments to shoot out topics when they go live. I would love to hear the feedback from the both of you. I have no clue. This has been long overdue. Next week we'll be back on Sunday. This go ahead, Vizzle. What you got, Brody?
Oh, I was about to say Wednesday.
Oh yeah, and this Wednesday. Make sure you tune in to said
Today,
podcast.
The playoffs will be set today for NFL. So tune in Wednesday. We get all our playoff predictions, MVP predictions. It's gonna be a nice show.
It's
I
gonna
like
be a
that beta
great show.
announcement you did, Lavoris. That beta hand you will. He was like, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't trust- and look, I hear him. He's like, "Don't you motherfucking forget me either." And of course, you know me, Vizzle, and probably Mark too. We all hoping for the Seahawks to lose so the Lions can get in that thing.
Hey, don't put me involved with that. Don't involve me in that shit. Don't involve
Lawrence,
me.
right for your Jets. They start off hot.
I know. We had, but you know what? We started off good. This is the first season in a long time that we started out like this. We typically start out, we lose the first 3 games.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, imagine how we feel. We don't usually win games. We just go to
the
help.
biggest game of our
lifetime. I'm very proud of my Jets this season. You know, I mean, I knew we weren't going to get this
3
far.
quarterbacks is
but
tough.
You know,
that is a tough move. 3 quarterbacks is kind of a tough move.
It
but,
is.
You know, listen, everybody has a setback. You know what I'm saying? We used to ours. So this right here is monumental for us Lions fans.
Right.
We don't ever go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? We just go to other people's houses to watch the game. We don't get to be a part of it. But with all that being said, man, I appreciate everybody showing up. Appreciate you coming through. This is a great topic. Like I said, we're going to do a part 2. For those that want to be involved, please hit me up. The shit is going to be priceless entertainment. And the first Sunday of February, for those that are watching, the Takeover crew will be back. They're going to head off the first Saturday of every month for us, unless we have some special circumstances like holidays. Other than that, we should all be here ready to go.
Is that
That being
Saturday?
said, I love all y'all. Appreciate all
You
y'all.
said Saturday, right?
Back until next week. Yeah, first Saturdays every month.
Yeah.
First Saturday or first Sunday?
Sunday, my bad. Sunday.
Yeah, see,
I'm
there you
bugging
go.
it up. I'm sorry.
Hey, Lauren, watch your wife beaters.
It's okay. Wash your drawers. You got, you're discharging.
All right, we out.
Oh,
Holla
wow.
back, y'all.
You got dick holes in your boxers.
We out.
You got dick holes in your boxers.